Hi everyone, welcome to Pilates, short Pilates session, and remember Pilates is all about posture. So the key areas that we're going to work on in this short session will be the core, the middle of the body, which includes the side waist, the glutes, big strong stabilizers for your legs, and upper back. So working those upper back muscles allow you to be really strong and steady. We're going to roll over onto our back and start with a mobility exercise. We're fussy about alignment and technique and everything that we do, including mobility. So have your feet facing forward, knees bending comfortably, and lie your spine smoothly on the mat. If you watch me now, I'm going to roll my spine off the floor bone by bone. So you're creating a very even ripple of movement throughout each of the vertebrae in your spine. When you get to the top, reverse order. So you're rolling the spine back down. Think of breath at the same time. So we inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth is very typical for Pilates, but feel free to breathe out a way that works for you. So the reason we're moving our spine is to give yourself an awareness of how your spine works and moves, but also so we can feel the so-called optimal alignment. And it's a bit different for everyone. And what we're trying to do is to really stop having excessive collapse in any one way. Just make this one your last one. Come all the way down and really try and tuck the tail so you're rolling the pelvis so each bone will touch. Then just draw your right knee into your chest, stretch your left leg out on the ground, make some smooth articulate circles with your right knee going in and out and across, and imagine that you're stirring a pot with a big spoon, yeah? So that's your thigh bone going deep down into the pelvis, and we're moving it around so that when we lift your leg up to challenge your core strength, you've mobilized that hip joint and it's going to be more effective. Change sides, so left knee to chest, right leg away, anchor the right leg as you make those big, beautiful semicircles and full circles with your left thigh bone. Go both ways. So you don't want to have any clicking or clunking. It should feel smooth and rolling. If you haven't done much Pilates work before, always start easy. Do what feels good for you. There shouldn't really be any muscle soreness from Pilates. It's really more stability training. And then gently release. Bring your feet back so they're hip width with bent knees in line with your little sit bones so that you're not turning out or collapsing out. So you've got this steadiness happening through our lower leg. Then we start to engage the breath and the core. So inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, gently draw the abdominals in. So the exhale makes everything narrow around your waist. You'll notice that I have a little arch under my back, and that's what we call neutral. So you're making a level field, a level area from pelvic bone to groin bone, and that creates a little arch. So inhale through your nose again. As you exhale through your mouth, feel the muscles tighten like a belt or a parcel with string pulling in through the core without shifting where your pelvis bones are. Remember, it's really common to either be too flat or too arched. So just explore that movement. Find yourself in neutral. As you exhale now, think stability, be aware of stillness, and float your right leg in the air to a tabletop. Bent knee 90-90 at the hip. So now we inhale, we still expand the ribs through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. And make sure the belly is not moving or the lower back is not changing shape. Take one more inhale, place that foot on the down and change sides. So as you exhale, pelvis is steady, ribs are steady, belly does not move, just that leg lifts. Taking a couple of breaths there. So we're waking up the core, and remember, if it gets a little too challenging for you, come back and do some of these more simple exercises. But it's not really that simple to breathe and keep everything still. So let yourself progress gradually over time. Take one more breath in, and then as you exhale, place that foot back down on the ground. Now it's going to get more challenging, so you really need to be strong through your core. Once again, float the right leg in the air. You'll notice my belly is not moving. Be strong as you inhale, no rise of the abdominals. Exhale, draw the left leg up as well. So we're still in our neutral. We're still pulling on through our core, and we're still steady with our breath. So this is like a tabletop position. We're tabletop in neutral because that's really how we want to condition the spine for movement. Either stay here or gently as you exhale, extend one leg away. It may not go very far. Inhale back in and exhale, press it away. So when we're doing these exercises, there's still no movement happening through the middle of the body. So the abdominal muscles are tight. Each time you exhale, you reconnect and pull the core in. Inhale that knee back. Feel free to continue doing that, or if you would like to, float your arms in the air like a dead bug. Continue to work with the arm and the leg, so it would be the opposite arm and the leg, drawing it back in. You'll notice I'm doing small movements. So I exhale and I'm just taking my leg away a little and my arm away a little, because the challenge is much greater with both arms and legs in the air. So this is where you want to feel like a great big cross of muscle wrapping over the front of the body. So a diagonal cross. So when you move your right leg, feel the right hip to the left rib cage engage. And when you move your left leg, and your right arm might be moving as well, get the opposite diagonal really nice and strong. Take 4 more. So exhale as the leg goes away. Inhale as it comes back in. Should be starting to feel a little challenge with these exercises. And there's definitely this need to pull in just 2 more. So you really need to focus. Just 1 more. So be strong through the core as you press that arm and leg back. Inhale back up. Good. Take a breath. And as you're ready, release the arms. Always 1 leg at a time to place it down. And you've still kept steady and still throughout the midsection of the body. Wonderful work, everyone. Next exercise also for the core. So take a breath and just reach your arms up. Let everything relax. Let your belly pop. Let your arch lift right through the ribs. And then set yourself back down. So once again, have you got that little arch under your back? You're in nice, steady, stable spine there. Pelvis is in neutral. Wrap those muscles in. Make them strong. Inhale through the nose. The ribs expand. Exhale through your mouth. Once again, right leg lifts in the air. Good. Now this time it's going to be a little bit more challenging. We're going to take that knee out like the page of a book. It won't need to go very far. You don't need to move it far, because the idea is to keep the belly button facing the center. So as you exhale, let that knee press or gently float out to the side. Inhale, pull it back in. You can place your hands on your little hip bones, your pelvis bones, to make sure you're not rocking. So really imagine that you're glued to the floor and there's no rotation. Just go for 1 more. So you can feel your hands underneath your lower back to check that when that knee goes out, you're not rocking across. Place that foot down. Take a breath in. Reset. Exhale the other leg in the air. So once again, you're going to take a little tiny movement across the side. It's like you're peeking in a book. Yeah, you're just turning a page, but you don't want the spine of the book to actually move. It's a really good analogy for our spine, yeah? So as you let that knee go across, you're going to lock through your core and really imagine that belly button is facing straight up. Visualize the spine bones on the floor, not rolling with you. So just go for 1 more, 4 or 5 or 6, somewhere around there is a good number. And then exhale, place that foot down. Back into mobility. Feet are flat again. This time, tuck the tailbone under and feel a ripple run through your spine like we were before. Upper back, mid back, lower back. Roll it down. Tuck the tailbone and place the tailbone back, and then roll again. So just start to notice how much liquid movement you can generate through your spine. So we will work our way into a little bit more of a challenging exercise, and this is a good preparation for it, just to get some rolling sensation in your back. Last one. Draw any knee to your chest, hold onto it, and let yourself drive up to a seated position. In your seated position, have your feet hip width apart or a little wider. You can have your feet lifted or down, it's your choice. Lengthen your spine. Take your hands underneath your thighs and see if you can do the same, tipping just off the tailbone. So notice I'm not moving my ribs. This is incorrect. This is ribs and shoulders, yeah? This is what we're looking for. So rib cage fairly still. Initiate the movement from the pelvis. Some of you might like just to sit working on that, maybe hands underneath. Maybe you're going to then continue and generate more of a roll. So you tuck your tailbone, pull in your belly, then the ribs will move as well, but you've initiated from the pelvis. Go down as far as you can with control. Take a breath in. As you exhale, roll yourself back up. So feel each bone lifting. Maybe have your hands under your thighs. Inhale, lengthen nice and tall. Exhale, move from the tailbone. tuck under through the tail, draw your core in, one bone at a time. So there's that idea that each bone touches. Either stop and come back up or continue to roll, and literally feel the roll continue through your rib cage. Take a breath in. As you exhale, gently drop your chin to your chest, so you lengthen the back of the neck. Take your gaze through your thighs and peel yourself one bone at a time off the floor. When you get to the top, use your hands if you wish. Inhale as you lengthen. Tuck from the tailbone. Exhale. So a couple more of these, and your focus in these ones really about articulation. Breath in, tuck the chin, lift the head, and feel one bone at a time sliding off the floor with a strong sense of core. Take a breath in, either hands behind or maybe lift them up. As you exhale, tuck the tail. So much harder to roll back down with your arms behind your head, because now you've got the lever of your body. Take a breath in, and you can sweep the arms around as you tuck the chin, and exhale, peel your spine bones back up off the floor. Well done. Sit nice and tall. Core should be feeling good. Let's roll over onto our side for a side plank. So you can modify by having your elbow on the ground with your forearm. Knees can be bent any angle that works for you, but still have this really nice long spine. Underneath waist pulls in. So option 1, lift yourself up like so. Yeah? Option 2, bring your hand under your shoulder, grip with your fingers, press up nice and strongly, pull the shoulder away from the ear so you've still got this big beautiful spine. And then from here, take that top leg and press it out in the air. So you can be on your forearm, you can be on your hand. Take this arm up, good, and just be steady and stable. Now if this arm bothers you, place it on your hip if you wish to. That kneecap, rotate it so it faces around toward the front of your body, and then touch down and lift back up. So we're now starting to get into the glutes, the side glutes to lift, but we're also focusing on these underneath muscles, yes? Your obliques, the side waist. But let's not forget the shoulder, so you're pushing through the floor, getting really strong and steady, and there's a softness in that elbow. Lovely, so go for about 5 more. So we're trying to get that leg up to about horizontal, yeah? And you want to do that without any movement through the hip area or the side waist. So push that leg away. Maybe you've got an extra one in there. Maybe that's your last one. And wherever you are, just hold that for 10. Push down through the floor, 9. Pull in the core, 8. Have the neck in line with the body, 7. Reach out through that foot, 6. Maybe your arm is still in the air, 5. Be solid though for 4. Pull in the core for 3. Just about there, 2. Last one with control. Let that leg come back down. With control, ease yourself down. Fantastic. Let's spin around and take ourselves across to the other side. So you can have your elbow on the ground if you wished, and remember to play with where you're placing your knees and your ankles and your feet. And if you wish to, press yourself up nice and high onto your arm. So you don't actually have to have the hand exactly under the shoulder. It can be slightly forward if you feel steady, but you must grip and soften the elbow. Lengthen your spine. Good, take that leg up. And just think about having that leg sitting so the kneecap rolls toward the front. You've got that horizontal line. Belly is on, underneath waist pulls up. Maybe you lifted your arm, maybe not. It's okay, it's your choice. Take the side of the foot down and lift the side of the foot up. So how do you breath? Breath in as it goes down, breath out as it comes up. Maybe that's the way that works for you. Why do we have a special breath in Pilates? Because the exhale, if you work the exhale through your mouth and push the air out, you'll tend to help the core engage. The muscles of the abdominals are the muscles of forced or effort exhalation. Good, so see if you can keep getting that all the way up to make that straight line. Are you starting to feel it? So remember, it's the underneath waist that you're working, the underneath hip muscle you're working as well, tricep on the floor, arm, yeah? The neck is also being challenged here as well. Let's go for a couple more. Press it up all the way to horizontal and then hold. So we've got to hold for 10. Beautiful. For 9, hope you can feel it. For 8, keep that leg horizontal. For 7, pull in through the core. For 6, keep the breath steady. For 5, shoulders and chest open. For 4, squeeze the glute. For 3, you're just about there. 2 more, and then gently place that foot down. Excellent. Ease yourself down. Now that your glutes are warmed up, come straight back over onto your back again. We're going to do some bridging. So body is steady, back into that neutral. Lift your right leg in the air. Have your heel of the left foot pulled in. Press your hip up. Lower it back down. So when you press, it's not like a yoga bridge. We're not letting all the collarbones open. We've got the drive from the hip and squeeze your glutes. Yeah? So you've got 3 more in this position. 2 more in this position. 1 more. So you come all the way down, but you don't rest. Excellent. Now we're going to hold it at the top and do little pulses. So pulse, pulse, 1 more pulse, come back down. Yeah? So lift for 3, 2, 1, come back down. Lift for 3, 2, 1, come back down. Lift for 3, 2, 1, come back down. Good. 4 more like that. 1, come back down. 3 more like that. So really keep the height as much as you can. 2 more like that. So drive up through the hips. Little tiny squeeze. 1 more like that. Squeeze, 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 and release. Hopefully that glute, that backside muscle feels good. Cross it over the other leg. Hug it into your body. Wrap your hands around into a figure 4 if you want to. Move it across a little bit. That left glute should be feeling nice and strong and worked. Let's try the other side. So feet down, once again, steady, level through your pelvis. Have the left leg in the air and the right heel, pull it in until you feel strong and stable, and press your hips up. Yes, so the ribs are down, collarbones are down, the drive is from the glutes. Exhale as you press it up, inhale as you bring it down. Exhale as you take it up, inhale as you bring it down. So I'm going slow. And the reason we're going slow, we can get that full range at the top and give it a really good squeeze. So press it to the top and release it back down. Squeeze it at the top. We've got 3 more like that. So big, solid squeeze. And with that slow movement, 2 more. When you get to the top, it's usually just a little bit more you can get. 1 more. Let's do the rhythm change. So hold for 3. So go 3, 2, 1, release again. 3, 2, 1, release. How's it feeling? Yeah? 3. If you really work on technique, 1, and release, this is good. 3. You should be really starting to notice the strength. You've got 4 more of these ones. So you want to focus on the backside muscle, yeah? Come back down, up for 3. So if you're feeling your hamstring, possibly push your foot through the floor. You've got 2 more, yes? So you can drive the foot forward. Lucky last one for 3, 2, 1, come back down. Fantastic. Cross that leg over. Give yourself a little hug. Doesn't that feel great? I hope so. Feel free to move around a little. So we're focused so far on the front core, the side core, and the glutes. Now we're going to roll onto our belly, and our focus will be the upper back. We'll put it all together for one last exercise where we're going to work both the upper back and the lower back together. So spin yourself over onto your front. Go for a really long spine. So wiggle and squirm on your mat. Press your legs out behind you. Pull the core muscles inside your body. Very simple little back exercise. My head is lifted. My neck is neutral. Walk your hands down towards your feet so you've got the longest neck you can. So you're really engaging those muscles that stabilize and support your shoulder blades. Pull the belly inside the body, and as you exhale, just float the upper back and lift the arms with you. Inhale, come back down. So we're doing this movement with a focus on the upper back, yeah? So it's so easy to do and to let yourself collapse into the lower back and let the belly fall. So this is a bad one. So the idea is to keep the belly in and then lower. So exhale as you lift. And if you can do it without your glutes on, it's not a bad thing. It just means you focus a little bit more through the mid-back and the upper back. Palms are down, or if you watch my hand, I spin the little finger down and spin the thumb up. And it's to open the chest. And it's really common in this one to spin your arms the wrong way and to actually round your shoulders. So really kind of feel that you're like a bird, your palms down and out like big wings. Go for 4 more. Should be starting to feel really good through the upper back now. Go for 3 more. Float yourself up. Keep the core on. Go for 2 more. Squeeze through the upper back as you do that. So remember, belly is on, lower back is steady. Last one. Beautiful. From here, bring your arms to a right angle position and bend your knees. So our hardest little exercise to work our glutes and our upper back together. So we bend our knees so the hamstrings are busy. We want the hamstrings on just to hold the shin bones close to your thighs, which means the glute muscle is going to have to work when we work on lifting the legs. We drive the heels together to push the knees out wide, so external rotation of the thighs to help engage the muscles even more. And they're out into adduction as well, so it's a really good position for all those glute muscles. Take your hands down so you've got your right angle like a cactus or a capital E with your arms. The head is lifted, the neck is long, the core stays on. Now, be super light through your arms. Notice how you want to push them into the floor. Be super light as you just float the top 2 ribs off the mat. Then float your arms up as well. Belly is tight, squeeze the heels. Stay here if that's enough for you. Otherwise, squeeze the elbows higher, pull the shoulder blades together, release the elbows down without resting. So as you exhale, pull the elbows up, squeeze. As you inhale, let them come down. If that feels good for you, start to squeeze your heels together and lift both ends of the body at the same time. So when we lift both ends of the body at the same time, the tendency is to have a pivot or an axis point in your lower back. We don't want that. So what do? We keep the core muscle super strong and we really feel that we're isolating, lifting the thighs and lifting the arms. Go for 8 more. Belly is on. If you're doing this one well, you're going to start to feel the upper back. If you're doing this one really well, you're going to start to feel the glutes. And you're working in your own speed. So for me, there's about 4 more. Maybe you're working a little slower. Maybe you're working a little quicker. So hopefully in this short little 20-minute moment, we've managed to feel our front core, our side core, our glutes, and our upper back. Last one. Press yourself up onto your hands. Have your knees close, back into that little pose of the child. Let your arms reach out, let your forehead drop. Take a nice deep breath, letting your body relax there. Inhale and exhale. Let the back just relax. We're not trying to overstretch it, we're trying to relax it. One more breath. Exhale fully. We're going to slide into a little Sphinx pose. When you come to your Sphinx, you're on your forearms, shoulders away from ears still. Keep the belly even now lifted in. Hands on the floor, just drag yourself through and you're getting a stretch in the belly. So it's good to stretch the belly sometimes, not always though. So if you've had a baby, of course, recently, then we know that Pilates like this isn't the best thing because you don't want to be stretching your belly, yeah? So pull in through the core, elongate your front body. Remember, this is a very general session. If you've got aches or pains, always make sure you go and see someone and they can help you and give you specific exercises. This is for general strength, general stability, general posture. Take a deep breath in, feel that beautiful elongation, and then exhale, release. Press up onto all fours. Spin yourself around so you're sitting on your haunches. And just notice what you've done to your body. So that now should allow you to feel, it's easy for me to sit up. I've just really strengthened my upper back and I feel strong through my midsection and my legs are powerful and strong as well. Just take one last big breath in, lift, exhale fully. And I hope you have the most wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to drop me any messages or comments that you need to. Have a lovely day, everyone.